wizards, witches, ghouls and ghosts, werewolves and vampires and Frankensteins. Welcome to session number 6, where we dive into the horror genre. But before we get into the actual session proper, into the story, I mean, we are going to do today's warm-up. So today's warm-up, I think, is probably going to be very important moving forward with this particular genre. I think we've touched on this a little bit during role-playing, but I really want to go deeper. And I just want to try, and if this gets spoilery too much into your character and you don't want to reveal certain details, that's perfectly fine. So just answer the question as best as you can. What really is some of your character's deepest fears or most feared way of dying? I think is one of the things. Like, for example, I can go first. Me personally, me in real life, Park, I think my biggest fear of to death is drowning. A lot of people who've watched me with Let's Plays knows that I have this semi-phobia of deep water. I never dealt well with deep water. I kind of know how to swim a little bit, but once you throw me in the deep end, it's all over. I panic. And so that's the biggest thing, in addition to being buried alive. So that would be me personally. As far as, I'll say, Sue is concerned, I think that for Sue, even though Sue enjoys cooking, the ironic thing is, I think her fear is being burned alive. Because she burns a lot of, I don't know, because she burns a lot of food, maybe that's triggering for her, I don't know. Burning food and her burning probably go hand in hand. So that would be her biggest fear of how to die.
So for me, also personally, my fear is exactly the same. The thought of drowning is the worst, absolute worst. For Sam, I would think probably being shot in the back and not knowing who did it.
I like that. Just dying and you're I don't even know who killed me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something unresolved.
As a mystery genre person, that makes perfect sense. A mystery I'll never be able to solve.
Right.
I can go. I know it was touched on a little bit in some RP in a certain whisper that happened. But Black Powder definitely would be fear of either starving to death or dying by disease. Something slow and painful would be his fear, at least in terms of death. If we're doing our own personal fears as well, definitely the same of drowning. I share Hark's fear of deep water. But also I'm terrified of heights. The idea of falling to my death is you just know it's coming and you can't stop it.
Yeah, I hear you. I've never had a fear of heights. However, I have a fear of the sensation of falling, if that makes a lot of sense. I can peer over a huge building, no problem. But, if you're trying to fall asleep at night and then you suddenly have this feeling like you're falling, that freaks me out. So,
on a personal level, it's actually similar to Thistle, where I have a pretty big fear of falling and just flying in general. So if you see me on an airplane, there's a lot of coping skills I have to use to make sure I don't have a panic attack on the plane. I guess it's just the fear of not really having control over what happens. And then I think Tori has already touched on this in her origin story, but her fear is, being alone, just as a general phobia in general. I could dive into it a little deeper or just kind of let that play out. But she already has a bit of a tough time making friends and friends that she does get, keeping those friends. And so I think she's scared of, losing these group of people as her friends.
Personally, there are a few things that really scare me, but I think one thing that really does scare me, I would say, is disease. And it's so relevant with today's world. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this whole stuff freaks me out. I'm not gonna lie, I'm petrified. There were times where I was like, I'm locking myself in. I'm not going outside. I don't care who you are. Sorry, Mom, I'm not seeing you. I'm not seeing sister. It's crazy. I just cannot stand disease, and it's just the thing that freaks me out. As far as Frankie is concerned, I think it's pretty obvious. He's actually had freakouts. He's afraid of death and the dead. That is an actual phobia he has.
Right.
And the thing is that he doesn't really understand where that comes from. And it could just be from his origin, that, the way he was created, and corpses is just something in him that's triggering this. And he's trying to understand it a little more, I guess. So we'll have to see if he can overcome it.
Star's biggest fear is dying alone without Stormy right there, that alone feeling. That is Star's biggest fear. My personal fear of death, and this is going to sound really weird, is that I am not afraid of death personally. Death comes in many forms, and either if it's quick or slow, there's no escape. And so I don't fear it. That's just the best way I can say it. I just don't fear death itself.
Fair? I think that's really profound. When you put it that way, yeah, that's very profound. Thank you for everyone for sharing. Before we begin, I want to give the viewers a disclaimer. So this is a disclaimer that I actually talked about with the players just now, is that a lot of people I know have different comfort levels when it comes to the genre of horror. And I understand that it's not everyone's cup of tea. I personally don't like horror, really. I don't go out of my way to watch horror movies. The only horror movies that I end up watching are ones that actually have a fascinating storyline, and things of that nature. But most slasher movies and just watching things to scare me just for the sake of scaring me is not my idea of fun. But I want to also do the genre justice, and so I asked the players ahead of time what kind of things in the genre are they okay with. What are the lines that I can't cross. And so I'm going to let the viewers know that there are certain things that we're not going to be touching on. We're not going to be touching on things that go into the realm of rape. We're not going to be touching on torture. Death by Honey was pretty much it. Death by Honey was the thing, one and done. So we're going to move on from that. Other than that, most everything else, especially when it comes to gore and typical things you see in the slasher films like Friday the 13th, Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, those are fair game. So if that is a realm that is difficult for you, I'm just giving all the disclaimer that we'll probably be hitting a lot of those tropes and types of things while we're in Tori's world. Some parts might be more Scooby-Doo, but I would say the vast majority of the genre is going to be more towards the actual creepy, scary parts, because Scooby-Doo is very comedic, and there's plenty of other worlds that'll have comedic elements. And so while we're in horror, I want to do horror, I guess is what I'm trying to say. If this is one of those sessions that the viewers who are watching need to skip, totally understand. Hopefully nothing major story-wise happens. I'm sure in the vlog we'll summarize like the main plot points of what you missed if you're not able to sit through this particular session, and hopefully like you'll be good to go. So now that that's taken care of, let's get back into the action, shall we?
So Sam seems to be maybe about 10 years younger. He's also a lot scrawnier. He has thicker hair that's kind of curly and wavy, a big plaid tie, and pretty heavy glasses on his face.
Love it. Does he have like pocket protectors? Does he have like the tape put in between his glasses? Is that a little too far?
So the glasses aren't taped yet.
Oh, yeah.
Yet.
But he does have a jacket on, so it's hard to see if he does have a pocket protector.
Okay, so Frankie, I think one of the most unique things about Frankie, because the other part, I think we've established a pattern with Frankie. But the unique thing about Frankie in this world is he's got hair now. And he has a very short, very cute, cutely cut, blonde, kind of like wavy hair. It's just like perfectly placed. And he is starting out wearing clothes. Although we know that at some point that's going to change. He is wearing a very like tight, like buttoned up shirt. Like those guys that have like the sleeves that are just way too tight, that just almost cutting circulation. That's Frankie right now, and he's wearing these short shorts, these like beige or light brown short shorts with some kind of similar like brown Doc Martens, and that's about it.
Black Powder definitely went through a few big changes. One being that once again Black Powder is young again, ginger haired, both legs, both eyes. Secondly, there's suddenly a woman.
A ginger woman.
A ginger girl.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
And yeah, like, so I'll just go with they for now.
They
are wearing like a tank top and like jogging shorts with sneakers, and over that is just a Letterman's jacket. The hair is pretty long but kind of tied up in like a messy bun.
Kind of a Sporty Spice kind of thing going.
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of. Okay. I love it.
Kind of like a cheerleader who's borrowing her boyfriend's Letterman's jacket.
Fair enough. I love it.
Starr is wearing a gray tank top, baggy jeans that are ripped, flip-flops, and wearing a black beanie and like gaudy gold jewelry. And one of the biggest thing about Starr is that Starr's personality is going to have a major change, because Starr is going to be living through one of his personalities. So,
Okay.
we'll see. We'll have fun with this.
Okay. One thing I'm also going to say about Starr is that Starr has this natural sparkly personality that you probably... Starr is like a pixie or fairy. I don't remember what describes Starr. Star's a pixie, and so you probably even visually see like pixie dust like things about him. Those are gone in this genre. There's nothing sparkly or colorfully-ish emanating from your character in this genre, just as an FYI. As the Virgin, Veed has the hair is still the same like kelp green as before, but it's kind of coiffed in the front. I would say relatively, I mean, Veed's I thought was always been good looking, but more like boy next door, like big-eyed, kind of innocent kind of look about them. I mean, technically the Virgin tends to be the lead actor in these kind of like stories or movies, so they have to have sort of like this what do you call it, this personality that sort of draws the viewer like into their perspective and stuff. And so but he's got, it looks like he, with Micah's interpretation, is that salmon pants? Salmon colored pants?
The color is actually it's called rich maroon. So it's,
Oh, I like that.
yeah. So it's maroon pants and tie.
Yeah. Very simple white shirt, maroon tie to match his pant. You all are all in a very dark, musty, dusty basement. It is pretty much dead silent, with the exception of the, intermittent noises of the house or cabin settling. At least you think that's all it is just the cabin settling. And I would say that the humidity in here is just, it's a little thick, almost like wherever you are is near a natural source of water. So it might even take some time for you to adjust breathing in here because of the humidity. And there's just all these like shadowy looking figures around you, and by figures I mean furniture or maybe even piles of junk that are covered with white sheets. Like, think like an attic or just a storage area in the basement. And other than that, you just have this ominous, you just can't help feel like there's this ominous feeling, like you're waiting for something to happen, but you also don't want whatever it is that's about to happen. And that's just going to be a feeling that you'll have all throughout while you're in this world. So first, why don't we do what we did before, and before we unpause everything, just tell us how each of your characters are reacting to yourself, to each other, and to your surroundings before anyone says any dialogue.
I guess Tori would pick up the flashlight because she's completely unfazed by this, because this is where she was before.
She probably guessed this is where she was going to end up again.
Yeah. So I think she would pick up the flashlight and kind of flash it on each of the players, the characters. So starting with Frankie, she's like, kind of shocked to see that he has hair and that he's wearing clothes that are way too small for him. Then she flashes it over to Sam, and Sam he's got like the plaid tie and the glasses, and so she's like a little weirded out by that, not used to seeing Sam with that. Flashes it over to Starr, and just question, does Starr have his pixie wings still?
I think in this world, Starr actually for the first time is human.
Yeah.
So I would say no, you don't have your pixie wings. Because if I want to make Starr fall to his death, I don't want him to have wings. So no wings for you, Starr.
So yeah, that kind of freaks her out to see Starr as a normal person. That kind of freaks her out. And then finally she gets to black powder and her jaw just completely drops when she sees him as a girl.
Frankie sees the light that Tori shone on everyone and is also kind of equally shocked, but being in this really high humidity basement is just it's like really hot and like he can't breathe, and then he starts like undoing his shirt, like just gotta like take it off, and just takes his shirt off and like, and it's just overwhelmed with like this like and just says like, "Yo, man, it's like really hot in here or something."
Oh my gosh, I can't get through this. Okay. Who wants to go after that?
Starr sees the light and is like trying to focus, and is noticing there's not enough sparkle on his skin, so he's kind of like looking at himself, and then he looks at Frankie, and his eyes go wide. You know, Frankie is not blue anymore; his skin is peach. And then he looks at Sam. Is Sam out of character, in color or black and white still?
Sam is in color. Sam is
He's
in color.
Sam in color. His eyes get wider, and then he sees black powder. He goes, "Bro, who are you? Where did you come from?"
Sam, let me give you a little bit of a detail. You don't notice that you're in color, because you never even notice you're in black and white. However, everyone else and everything around you is black and white. To you, for the first time, everything is black and white. And think that if Sam, because I think movies were a thing in 1920s.
Oh yeah.
But they were like black and white, and they were a little grainy, and maybe it would like skip a little bit. That's how this world looks like to you. It's a little bit grainier, and then things are just like skipping a little bit around, which in and of itself is probably scary to you. So just as an FYI, that's what you're experiencing right now.
Perfect. And looking to each one, the lack of color is definitely going to be unsettling, but it's going to start triggering some of the things that everybody said in the past about being in black and white. So it's just going to be oh, this is how they see me? Oh no. And then start calculating about where everybody's at, where we could be. So his mind's just going to start going a whir.
Is his voice any different, just out of curiosity?
His voice isn't, but his monologue is going to be very different.
Oh,
Yes, can't wait.
Yes, you still are getting the monologue. I love it. I don't know, I sort of course, Joe can do whatever he wants, but I'm sort of feeling like a Tales from the Crypt keeper kind of thing going on. Like monologue.
Love it.
Thing, but anyway.
Seeing the light kind of flash and kind of looking around, gonna kind of shift because suddenly his chest feels really tight because he's wearing a bra. The first time ever. Just kind of goes to adjust and is like, and just closes the coat. And is just kind of just standing there like, this is weird even for us. He thinks that, doesn't say it.
For the Letterman's jacket, can the team be the Pirates?
Yeah. No. The Buccaneers.
The
Buccaneers?
Yes,
Yes,
that's perfect.
The Buccaneers. I love it. You're the Buccaneers. Okay, amazing. All right. Now we can unpause and you all can roleplay however you want to freely.
I'll start with the monologue.
Okay, let's do it.
We knew the world would not be the same. Some people laughed. A few people cried. Most people were silent. J. Robert Oppenheimer. How's everybody feeling? You all look like you went through a lot of change. How are you feeling?
Yo, is it hot for anyone else in here?
Of everyone in this room, Veed looks like the one that's the most uncomfortable and anxious. Veed looks very like, what's going on? And normally when you jump from world to world, Veed took things in stride. for whatever reason, Bede's actually like looks legitimately like scared at the moment, and he doesn't say anything. He's just observing, but just so you know.
Bro,
Yeah.
I can't feel my wings.
Oh,
Like, somebody tell me, do I have my wings?
No,
They're
you
not
don't.
there.
You don't have your wings anymore.
No, bro, you don't have your wings at all.
Okay, Tori, we need answers, like, now.
Well, this is we're in a cabin right now in the basement, and I dared this guy Scruffy to go into the basement, and his dog Scooty Poo followed after him, and he didn't come back, so I decided to come down and look for him before I got to the library with all of you guys.
Scruffy sounds cute.
Why am I suddenly a lass?
That's a good question. Do I call you Regina now?
Honestly, I don't even know.
Well, every time we change worlds, something has been different. So statistically speaking, it's definitely something by being here that at least 50% of us would change in some way, shape, or form.
Well, true, but so far we've maintained some basic stuff about ourselves. Like, Frankie isn't acting like Frankie.
Yo, and I'm not blue anymore either, yo.
True, but you do have your scars, and that's at least 25% of your personality.
I think at that moment, Bede finally like snaps his fingers and says, "Oh, I get it. You're the one who's contractually obligated to take your top off at some point during the story."
What?
What are you talking about, bro?
Need?
Oh, nothing. Nothing.
If you know something, please share with the class.
I'm just saying that the symbol that brought us here was a ghost, right?
Mm-hmm.
At least looked like a ghost, and so maybe all of you changed because we're all supposed to be one of those tropes for horror, and you're either the jock or the slut. I haven't figured it out yet, he said, looking at Frankie.
Can I
Because
just
it was just really hot in here, man.
be
I'm
right?
gonna say he's a slut.
There's no need to name call anyone.
No, I don't mean it like that. You fit the stereotype.
I mean, you just seem a bit hot and bothered.
I don't know. I feel a little thirsty though.
So hard.
Or were you going to say something?
I got distracted. Okay. Can I just be really honest with you? Holy fuck, Frankie, you're hot as shit. Why have I not noticed this before, dude? Like, the fuck?
I don't know. You're kind of hot too.
Really?
Yeah,
Bro!
totally.
Wow, this is awesome.
Can we focus?
Yeah. 'Cause,
We
like,
are focused. Aren't you focused? Like,
And
we're
hot.
having a moment, right?
Like, I know you're from another planet, but you're acting like you're on another planet right now.
I think I'm living in my sapphire right now. Like, are my eyes blue? His eyes are like bluer than usual. Are my
Yeah,
eyes
she'll
blue?
flash the flashlight. Yeah, they are blue.
Yeah, totally, man.
Tori,
I stopped being blue, but you became blue.
Yeah.
Cool.
is it just me, or is Sam suddenly in color?
I didn't think anything of it because normally we're all in color, but yeah, Sam, you look completely normal.
That's actually somewhat of a good feeling, but you're all in black and white. So I think I know exactly what you mean now when you say you see me in black and white. And if this is what you see, it definitely would be unnerving.
Hold up. Sam, can you touch one of us and see if something happens? Like, is your power gone?
Tribute.
I'll let you touch me.
Yeah,
Thanks,
touch
Frankie.
Starr.
I'll reach out and touch Tori's arm.
Okay.
Sam, you're going to reach out and touch Tori's arm, and nothing happens.
Oh.
You don't feel anything?
no.
There's no sensations tingling?
No. What if you touch the... do we have anything? I don't know if flashlights existed. Touch the flashlight, maybe something will change.
Yeah,
Hard
I do
question.
have a flashlight as well if you want to hold mine. It's good flashlights, yours are more robust. Fresh batteries.
Do we still have all of our items? Like, I had a cutlass. Do I still have that, or has it changed to something else?
Good question.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go and reach out to where you normally keep your cutlass. Your cutlass is no longer there.
So I don't have my
So-
shield either.
Your shield, you do have something on your back, but it's not a shield anymore. So basically, no weapons, no armor. Nobody's gotten weapons, nobody's got any armor, nobody's got any ammo. Any of the objects that you used to have or have been replaced with something completely mundane that probably cannot be used as anything other than a improvised weapon.
So like, if I had a cutlass, would it like now be like a baseball bat or something?
It could be, I would say it would be a cracked baseball bat.
Okay.
So at the moment you don't have anything that could be used as a reliable weapon. Not a reliable weapon yet. Definitely nothing sharp. Blunt is okay, but probably wouldn't like it. Anything that you have that's like blunt would not be a good defense against somebody like Jason Voorhees. That it just would not work.
So yeah, I want to trade flashlights with Tori and see if my old flashlight updates and if her newer flashlight downgrades.
Okay. You're going to take your flashlight out, and to your surprise, your flashlight is already updated. It's an already updated flashlight. So if you were to swap them, nothing happens.
That's
I
weird.
think whatever I was able to do in V and Frankie and Starr's world just got shut off.
Oh, that's a bit upsetting, actually. Well, should we look around? We can't just stay here sitting and yabbering the entire time.
Yeah, last time I was here, I heard a chainsaw behind me, but I don't hear anything. Maybe look around for, I don't know, weapons, something.
You hear a scream.
What?
Veeds is like his hands are shaking, and his face is white, and he looks horrified, and he's looking at his deck of cards.
Veed.
What is it?
My cards, they're not, they're all wrong. Look, and he's showing you the cards, and all of them are, his cards were all like different cards, right? Mm-hmm. He's showing them to you, and all of them are death tarot cards. Every single one of them. Oh, okay. This is not normal. What's going on in this place?
All right, calm down. It'll be fine. Well, we just gotta find Tori's sister and figure out what we're doing.
Let's find Scruffy and Scooty Poo first, and if you hear a chainsaw, let me know.
Sounds good.
How big was this base? How do you know how big this basement is?
I just got into the basement So
All right.
I really have no idea.
Should we pair off and maybe split up to cover more ground?
No.
Everyone roll a will save. Everyone roll a will save.
Someone had to
Minus-
say it. Someone had to say it.
-4.
Minus four.
Minus
Hold on.
dear.
I rolled real bad.
I rolled bad too.
Holy bananas,
Uh-oh.
man. Why you do this?
Oh, because it was fun.
Minus
I,
four.
Wait, will save?
Tori passed.
-4.
Minus
Tori pass.
Okay.
Tori doesn't have to. Yeah, Tori doesn't have to roll.
Okay,
Tori,
cool.
you're immune.
I got a
You're
6.
immune from
I got a
this.
6.
Still,
So,
Frankie.
Did everybody fail?
Frankie goes over to Star's like, hey, bro, you wanna split up a little bit?
Oh my god. It's like you're in my head right now, dude. It's
Totally.
like, but one
Good.
question before we like make teams. Can I do magic here or am I totally fucked?
Oh, yeah, man, good question.
So can I try something out of character?
Yeah. What are you gonna try? What will you try?
I'll try to do my I'll try to do this. Music's got me like on edge right now, like I shit you not. Star's gonna try a what is it, the Starr, not the Starburst, he's not trying to hit anybody. He's gonna do Starr Bright just to lighten up the
Yeah.
room.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead and roll. I want to see what you roll.
okay. An 11 out of 16. So yeah.
You're gonna attempt to do Star Bright, and again, nothing happens.
Bro,
Man,
I'm
that's
like- I'm scared. Cause I can't do magic. Tori, can you do magic?
Let me try. And she'll probably just try to do like a simple, just like igniting fire in her hand just to see.
Okay. Go
so-
roll for that.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Really
That's a
good.
critical
Wow.
success.
So is
Check.
that a critical success?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, you will be able to conjure fire very easily. Everyone, however, in the back of their mind will hear the much louder than you had heard it before. Tori, you don't notice it.
What was that?
You don't notice that. Everybody
was
else
that?
notices that.
Did you
Were
hear
you
that?
guys?
I
yeah,
heard that.
totally. Yeah, I heard
What were you
that.
guys talking about?
There was like a whispering thing when you did your magic-y stuff.
Yeah, very creepy.
Maybe save
I
that
don't
for
know.
emergencies for now. Might be a good
Yeah.
idea.
And then she'll
Yeah.
put it out.
I'm on Tori's team. Beat says, I'm with Tori.
Hurrying up is a good idea. We can cover a lot more ground that way. And
No,
Yeah.
Oh, well,
guys.
there's 6 of us. We can split up 2 and 2 and 2.
yeah,
No. That's a bad idea in this world, you guys. Trust me.
but Tori, we only have, if we don't find your friends and his dog within the first 48 hours, chances of them being found at all continue to drop every minute after that.
And we gotta find your sister.
Right.
True. If she's been gone for more than 24 hours, we need to prioritize that right away.
I wish you guys would trust me on this one.
It's okay.
I don't know. I mean, you know this place better, sure. We need to be doing something.
Yeah.
So if you think it's better, fine. Give another option. Where do you want to start?
Let's move down the hallway. I don't know. She'll probably flash the flashlight to look around the room to see what's in the basement.
I was gonna say, with the light flashing, can we see all the walls of the basement? Like, is it a big basement?
The room that you're in is medium size, I would say.
Okay.
but there does seem to be a hallway on both sides of the room. A hallway going, one, we'll say to the north and to the south. We'll say.
And what do I see if I look upwards?
It's a wooden floor, or wooden ceiling, basically. It's still a cabin.
Okay.
So.
Because I was wondering if we saw the stairs that broke when Tori.
Not here, because Tori actually had maneuvered around the basement for a while before reaching this point.
Okay.
So not in this room at the moment. So Tori, are you going in the direction? Which direction are you going? To where the stairs were, or like deeper into the basement?
Deeper in,
Okay.
since we still haven't found Scruffy.
Yeah. So you're gonna shine the flashlight deeper into the basement, and it just looks like a long hallway.
We should go this way, you guys.
Alright.
All right. So all of you will start following Tori. What is your marching order?
Black powder first!
Black Powder wants to go first.
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah, Tori
Good
would be
job.
right behind. Yeah.
Okay.
Star's gonna grab Frankie's arm and be like, "Big guys with me because I need a bodyguard."
And then Frankie kind of he receives you, and then he actually takes his arm around you and kind of I got you, bro. Don't worry about it.
Veed's gonna be somewhere in the middle. How about Sam?
Uh,
Where are you in the marching order?
Sam would try to be somewhere in the middle as well.
Which means that the slut and the fool are trailing at the back of the group. So if they want to break off, I'm just saying, if they really want to split up and break off.
Frankie wants to.
Just saying.
Frankie
Alright,
already
I think-
failed his will
I-
save, so
I think you both are very compelled to leave the rest of the group behind. Yeah, we're compelled. Okay.
Bravo.
So, at minimum, 3 people are following Tori. At minimum. Okay. So, the people who are following Tori, you're going to be going down this hallway, and I'm gonna say that you're suddenly going to hear those 3 people roll a perception hearing. Tell me, Tori succeeded. Just Tori succeeded?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear the faint sound, Tori, of a music box.
There's a little music box playing.
Down further in the hallway is where you're hearing the sound coming from.
Yeah, it's down the hallway. Let's keep going.
Alright.
Go ahead. You're going to follow this sound of the music box, and the hallway goes straight, and then it kind of curves to the right. So in the straight part, the first straight part, there were no doorways. But as you turn to the right, you all of a sudden see this hall of multiple doors on both sides. And again, think Scooby-Doo during the chase scenes where you have all of those multiple doors in the hallway. This is what this is. And so, if you choose to ignore the doors for now, you will be able to continue down the hallway, and I would say that one specific door to the right, it's an old wooden door, seems to be where the sound is coming from.
Tori will go and open that door.
Tori will start to go and open the door. It'll creak open. I would like for both Sam and Black Powder to roll me a perception. Just a regular perception, please.
Yeah, my roll. I'm back to section 0.
Hey!
Oh,
There we go.
Oh, thank goodness.
I succeeded.
Succeeded.
So I have really bad perception.
Sam, as shortly after Tori opens the door, you feel something prickly and hairy grab your ankle. Prickly and hairy grab your ankle.
I definitely try to pull away.
You pull away, and as soon as you pull away, you hear a squeak, squeak, squeak sound as a rat rushes by, presumably coming from the room that Tori had just opened.
Tori, be careful. If there are any rats in there, it could have all kinds of droppings everywhere. That could have all kinds of diverse effects. If you're not covering your face with some type of mask, you can get all kinds of lung diseases.
Rats aren't that bad.
Yeah.
I deal with them all the
It's
time.
fine.
You're overreacting, Sam. Calm down.
She'll just keep sauntering on into the room, like Sam never said anything.
You go into the room, and the room appears to be a sleeping area. So like in camps they have the different beds. There's a whole bunch of very simple metal framed beds. Some of them are missing the cushions, and some of them are overturned. Many of them seem to be rusting, and then all over the walls, written all over the walls, there's all this over and over and over again in very scribbled handwriting. It basically says, turn back now, turn back now, turn back now, all repeating, turn back now. But in the center of this room, because there is a small hanging ceiling light that's sort of rocking back and forth, and the light is just flickering faintly in this room. Suspended, hanging from the lamp, looks like some barbed wire, surprisingly. And on the barbed wire, coiled around the barbed wire, is this suspended, freakish-looking doll. If you look in the Athenaeum, that's what the doll looks like. And you realize that the music box music is coming from the doll.
Do you guys see that doll? It looks so cute.
Tori, I don't think there's anything cute about that. Obviously, whoever had the doll most likely suffered from hantavirus and is telling us to get out.
What's this stuff on the wall say?
Turn back now?
Turn back. Yeah, turn back now.
Another abandon all hope, all ye who enter here bullshit. Alright.
Yeah. I'm with you, Black Powder.
Hey, look at us, we're finally agreeing on stuff. It's a nice change.
For once, yeah.
I think that doll's looking at me. I don't like it.
It's just a doll. I know it's not for everyone. Not everyone has good taste. Sam.
Sorry, do you think it's like your dolls? Do you think it can do stuff?
Maybe I can. Let me touch it.
No, don't touch it. You could get lymphatic corneomeningitis.
I
Don't
can grab
touch
it. I could grab it for her if it'll make you feel better, Sam.
Reggie, have you ever had tularemia?
I don't know what it's called, but I've had a lot of things.
While they're talking, I'm gonna go and touch it.
You're gonna go and touch it. Okay. So, Tori, you're gonna go over the doll and you touch it, and as soon as you touch it... So, how many people here have played Until Dawn? 1, 2... Okay. So, it's fine if you haven't played the game. But for those of you who have, think the totems. When you touch a totem, and then there's this vision.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
as soon as you touch the doll, you get this vision in your head, and you see, you don't see the face of the person, but you see this individual struggling, and it looks like whoever it is being wrapped around with barbed wire. Very like coiled around with barbed wire, and it's squeezing them, and you're seeing like blood dripping down their bare arms, and they're soaking through their clothes. And it's almost like they are pretty much being lacerated while being strangulated, squeezed alive with this barbed wire. And you just catch a sight, as before the vision goes off, you catch a sight of bloodied glasses next to the hip of whoever this person is, and then the vision's gone.
Yeah, she quickly pulls away and says, "That wasn't good."
What happened?
There was someone wrapped in barbed wire, bleeding to death. And they had glasses.
Oh, great. They probably had tetanus, too.
I
I'm going to start shining the light around and
Believe me.
checking the room out.
Believe me.
I'm thinking back to who was in the group too. Who was it that had glasses in
Sam.
the group?
Sam.
Well, Sam, but also the
Oh.
group before.
Oh, the Scooty Poo gang.
Wilma.
the group.
Wilma
did.
Wilma also had glasses. So
Yeah, I'm gonna lean over to Tori. Did it look like his glasses? Just
Don't know if she would've got a
covertly
good look.
pointing to Sam.
you look at Sam, and yes, it does look like Sam's glasses. It does look like Sam's glasses.
She just like quietly nods, but don't tell him. It might freak him out even more.
I'll just keep an eye on him.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to look around at the floor to see if there are glasses anywhere on the floor.
You're gonna look around the floor, and you don't see any glasses, but you do see a large symbol of nondescript origin. A large symbol of arcanic symbol, I will say, of nondescript origin, kind of written on the floor with chalk of some sort, it looks like.
Whoever was in here last definitely didn't want people coming in. They're trying to make us feel spooked out, and I don't think they're in here. We should probably just keep looking.
Out of character, Tori has like ritual magic or like occultism. Is there any way they could study the symbol and get any more information?
Go ahead and roll for it.
Okay.
Okay, did I succeed?
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems to be a symbol that is used for human sacrifices.
She won't share it because she doesn't want to freak Sam or beat out. And she'll agree with Sam. Yeah, let's keep going.
Right. Where's Starr and Frankie?
Well, I'm wondering because when we roll, if you're going by rolls, I definitely failed my roll, so I want to split off.
Right.
But Starr actually had a really good roll and probably wouldn't want to split off. So I guess maybe we're just trailing behind a little bit. I don't know what your thoughts are, but so Frankie is just kind of like he's got his arm because he's just kind of towering over Starr,
Yeah.
and at this point he doesn't really where before he was a little bit more careful with appearing to be kind of towering, and now he's like he doesn't really care. He's just kind of grabbing Starr, and he doesn't have much care in the world. It's like, hey, they're just chilling, walking together. Really, ketchup and mustard is perfect.
I love how the two people who already had a relationship going into the campaign are the ones that are pairing off. They had a relationship going in. Oh gosh. Okay.
Good. You guys made me the slut here, so
And I'm the fool, so fools rush in. Let's
it's
go.
just So yeah, Starr, man. Like, what the hell is this place?
I don't know, really, bro, but I don't think it's wise that we get too far behind. Because I don't have magic, shit is creepy, And honestly, you smell like amazing right now. Like, it's like this mixture of male musk and cologne. Like, what is that?
He like smells himself like, oh, I like it. I like it. Wait, you don't have your magic though, man? Like, and then he's gonna try to like very chill, like try to use his telekinesis on an object or something. It's like, I wonder if my stuff works, man.
Go ahead and roll. Let's see. I just want to see what you roll.
All right, let's see. So, I mean, yeah, technically we'll succeed on a 16.
Okay, so you're going to attempt to do your telekinesis, but it doesn't work.
Starr, man, like, my stuff don't work either.
Dude, we're out of our mojo?
Well, I mean, I'm never out of mojo, but you know what I mean, like, but it's, yeah, my powers aren't working either, so I don't know, maybe we can, like, there's a way to recharge these things or something, you know? Like, maybe, I don't know, maybe you can, like, get some booze or something. Maybe alcohol tends to, like, you know, maybe trigger something if we just kind of relax a little bit. Maybe we're just too tense, you know? A little alcohol, like, just makes you feel all sexy and stuff and loose. Then maybe you can try that. Maybe there's something around here somewhere. I don't know.
How is Starr reacting to this?
Confused. Starr just like, what? How is that gonna help? Like, alcohol, like, makes you lose, but I don't get it.
In that moment, before Frank has a chance to respond, you also hear the sound of a music box in the distance.
You hear that too?
You're hearing it?
Yeah. Hey, with this place, it comes with its own soundtrack, man.
It was in my head.
No, I mean, we've gone to worlds like your world was all musical. Like, I don't know, I was like breaking down to music. It came out of nowhere. This is doing the same thing, but it's just in my head or our head. I don't know.
Dude, this reminds me of a song. Like, just go with me here.
Okay.
Like, just imagine there's like this hot chick singing a song like, I'm friends with the monster up under my bed. Get along with the voices inside of my head. You're trying to change me. Stop holding your breath. Yeah, you think I'm crazy. Yeah, you think I'm crazy. Well, that's not fair. Like, whoa, right?
Yeah, man, that gets you in the mood. I like it.
It does. And I can still sing.
Yeah, that's good.
Thanks.
Very good. Man.
Maybe we should go, like, find the others and tell them that we heard the weird noise.
That's probably a good idea. Yeah. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
So you're gonna ignore the noise and go further down the hallway.
Yeah.
All right. You ignore the noise. You go down the hallway, and so as I said, it goes straight, and then it turns to over to the left. So when you make that turn to the left, instead of a hallway of doors, it's actually a hallway of mirrors. A big, long hallway of mirrors. What do you do? Do you move forward, or do you go back where you came from?
Is that where our friends went the other way?
As far as you know, you're still following your friends where they went, as far as you know.
I'll keep going into the Hall of Mirrors, yeah.
Okay. You're gonna keep going into the Hall of Mirrors. I would like for both of you to roll me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, God. Star's perception. Ay, Dios mío. Athena, protect me.
10. Okay.
Right on the
Got a
Nice.
5.
Okay.
Holy shit.
So, you guys are moving down this mirror hallway, and it's a really long hallway. Like, I would say you're probably following down this hallway. Meanwhile, the music box has faded, like, completely, so you don't hear it anymore. But you feel like you've been walking for a good minute and a half, which is long for just walking down the hallway for a minute and a half. And so it almost feels like this hallway is endless. And Starr, I mean, as you're going through the hallway, like, the hallway is dimly lit. You're not really sure from what light source, but somehow this hallway is dimly lit. And you can see your reflections as you're passing by. And then something feels a little off as you pass by a specific mirror. Something feels a little off by your reflection. Almost like they walked slightly ahead of you as you were passing by the mirror, instead of in sync with you, if that makes sense.
So Frankie will probably begin to slow down and trail Starr as Starr notices that stuff, or even I notice that stuff. As I get distracted by my own reflection, I'm like looking at myself like, what's that hot? Oh, that's me. I'm like, man, my butt's big. Hey, Starr. Like, and then that's when we kind of notice the weird stuff. Like, this is kind of weird. These mirrors are weird. Like, this is a long hallway.
You know what I just noticed right now?
What?
The mirror is like going faster than me. Is that a thing? It's like my reflection was walking faster than me. Is that weird? Or is that normal? Or are we slowing down?
This whole place is weird, man. I mean, Frankie will turn to a mirror and just kind of start moving, like...
Yeah. Frankie's gonna start, just checking herself out, moving in the mirror. Frankie's not gonna catch this, but again, Starr, you can't help but feel like the reflection's doing the same thing as Frankie's doing, but it feels like there's a slight delay. Almost like the reflection is watching to see what Frankie does and then mimicking what Frankie does. Does that, it's very subtle, but you're like, there definitely is a delay when he's moving.
Frankie continues dancing with himself in the mirror, and he actually gets up into the mirror like,
You get right up into the mirror, Frankie. Does Starr react in any way?
Yeah. Star's gonna be like, Frankie? Bro, your reflection is off. Maybe there's something wrong.
Off the hook, that's for sure.
Bro, no, look at your reflection. I mean, your hotness is amazing, but look at your reflection, bro. Look at it.
I am.
As soon as you say that, Frankie, these two arms come out of the mirror, just rush out of the mirror, and it immediately grabs a hold of your throat. And immediately there you feel these strong hands squeezing very tightly around your throat. And it actually, the strength of this actually forces you on the other side of the hallway and slams you against the mirror. The mirror shatters, the glass shatters, and the arms itself are very pale and veiny, almost like a corpse's arms. And you see your own reflection coming out from the mirror, but as soon as it passes through the mirror, you see basically the dead version of yourself, a corpse version of yourself, decaying. You see centipedes coming out from like different parts of like holes of your body, and it's just squeezing tight. I would like for you to make a strength check if you're trying to break out of this hold.
Yeah, he's gonna try to like
make a strength check minus. If this person is really strong, so -6 penalty. It's really
Sick.
strong. Yeah.
And Starr help?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
In a moment you will.
Okay.
Okay. So you're not going to be able to break out of this. I would like for you to do me a favor, Alex. Just somewhere, if not on your character sheet, but just somewhere next to you, just put a tick mark. Just put a tick mark, just as an FYI, and just don't worry about it. Don't worry about the tick mark for now. Just know you have a tick mark. I might ask something about that later. Starr, what do you do? How do you react?
Since Starr doesn't have his magic, he's gonna rush up and try to help Frankie. He's gonna try to get the corpse off of Frankie.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me a strength check. You don't have to have a penalty with this because you're assisting.
Okay.
So roll it without a penalty. Okay.
Oh, fuck.
No. No, not at all. Okay. So at this point, you are starting to lose air, Frankie. So you got to do something, otherwise it's not going to be very good for you.
Oh, so I have the escape skill.
Okay.
I will try to use that.
Okay, try to use that.
Basically, kind of maneuver and snake on out of it. I do get a bonus since I'm the sled. And this will be at a +2. Hopefully I can get out of it.
No.
Well, it's a +2, so it's right on it.
Oh, it is right on it. Okay, got it. It's a +2, so it's right on it. So you manage to just barely free yourself from yourself. And as soon as you do, the face of your dead reflection actually transforms and morphs into the corpse face of Victor. And Victor has this like very angry, and I would say angry and heartbrokenly like upset look on this face. And he just says in a very raspy voice, "How could you? How could you?" And he's just gonna start shuffling towards you. His feet are like dragging, and he's again has his arms outstretched as if he is in rage, trying to strangle you for something that you did.
Frankie, not only is because this is Victor, there's a corpse in front of him, and it's starting to trigger his phobia, and he is now like back into the wall, like almost like frozen. Starr, you are seeing this, right, bro?
Starr is gonna be like, Frankie, we need to run. We need to run now. So he's gonna run like towards Frankie to like get him to like move away from. Wait, it's like the corpse in between Starr and Frankie.
No. The corpse. So well, I guess that's a good question. So realistically, I'm assuming Frankie would have freed himself towards Starr's direction.
Yeah,
I'm assuming. So the corpse is here, then Frankie, then Starr in the hallway. So you can go back where you came from. Yeah. Because right now the corpse is blocking forward for you, like advancing forward for you. But you can go back to where you came from. Yeah.
Starr's gonna run to Frankie, pull his arm and say, "Dude, bro, we gotta go. Let's run. He said, "Hey, let's go. Starr's freaking out. He's freaking out. It's like game over, man. Game over.
Frankie's freaked out, but he's being pulled by Starr, but he's like staring at Victor, just like petrified by seeing Victor as a corpse, and just and then okay, let's go. And they run off.
Okay, you run off down the hallway again, and as soon as you turn the corner again, you again hear the music box. Just as an FYI, you hear the music box again.
Star's gonna be like, music is safety, bro, so let's go. And then he's gonna look at Victor in the face. He said, bro, it wasn't Vic. It wasn't Vic. It's this place. It's this place, bro. Come on. Come on. He's like, holy shit. he's like, the music is safety. Let's go.
You're gonna run and follow the music box, and it's going to take you. There's gonna be like an ajar door, where the music seems to be coming from. So, do you go into the room, just out of curiosity?
If that's where the music's coming from,
Yeah.
Yeah. We barged in. I'll
You
barge.
barge into the door, and there in front of you is a small room that is completely empty, except there's a dollhouse. There's a dollhouse in the room. It's not it's one of those dollhouses you have to like open, so it's like shut right now, and you have to like open it up if you want to look inside. That's up to you, but that's where the music's coming from.
Yo, so we're our friends, man. We've lost everybody else.
I don't know. And this dollhouse it's actually really pretty, but this dollhouse is like playing the music. What do we do? Should we open it?
We need to find the others. Man, we need to find the others. That Victor corpse, man. If that thing comes back, I don't want to be here.
Okay. I like your plan. Let's go.
Yeah. We'll go back in the hallway and see if there's another way we can find our friends.
Okay, so you're ignoring the room now.
Yes.
You'll just leave the room. Okay,
Yes.
that's fine. Let's switch back to the next group. Okay, back to the other four.